Tyler Spo let us know in his post-game comments that the way that Daniels was going to play, those aren't play calls. You got to find your way, find your opening. Talk about the process of getting to that and having such a offensive, impactful night.
I think at the beginning of the game, I was, just trying to feel it out, being patient with my catches, and how I was getting to the paint. He's a good defender. Get guarded by guys like that a lot of the nights, and he's a great defender with his hands. He can make things hard on opposing guys' um, scores. So good good game.
What did you guys rely upon most once you got down six to push back, power through, get to overtime, and then dominate the game from there?
I mean, just how resilient we are. We've been battle tested all year, ups and downs. Winning streaks, losing streaks, games we should have won and we lost. And I feel like all of that kind of built us up for that last 5 minutes of tonight. And we didn't fold. We stuck with it and came out on top.
Talked this morning about some of the X Factor guys that are so impactful. And again, here they come with H making plays all night long. And Davion obviously down the stretch and Slow-Mo doing what he has to do to keep you guys together.
Yeah, no, we've had a bunch of guys step up all year. And where I think you just seen another case of that tonight from top to bottom. But some things don't show up in the stat sheet, but guys bringing different things every single night for us on both sides of the ball, and that's what makes us a team.
Your thoughts on just Davion's bulldog approach on both ends, just to do with that, sustain it. What was it like watching him be Davion?
Yeah, when he's playing like that, he gets me going. So I love what he's doing, what he does. He's an animal out there on both sides, like you said, and he's going to be key in this series for us.
Straight to Cleveland. What's that challenge going to be like taking on the top seeded Cavs?
Yeah, it's gonna be a challenge for sure. They've won almost 65, 70 games this year. You got a great offense, but we're ready for the challenge.
Coach directly, he talked about you and Bam, but about the leadership that you all brought to the team. Can you speak about that? And what were the conversations like going into that overtime?
Just trying to keep everyone even keel. It's a game of runs. It's going to be highs and lows throughout a emotional game like this, and I just try to lead as best as I can. Rallying the guys and making sure we're still in the saddle. Like I said, we were down 6 and we were able to make a run at the end to finish the game and get the win.
You're in this role now where Dyson Daniels is trying to deny you the ball. You got to find a way to still kind of maintain leadership of the offense even when you're not touching the ball. How are you learning to do that in these huge moments?
I think just trying to stay engaged. I feel like it could be easy. It's easy, for guys to deny me, and then I can just float into the corner, just float and just allow him and accept him to deny me. But I try to stay engaged, and whether my teammates or my guys are getting buckets for themselves or I'm setting guys up, like I said, just staying engaged and being mentally strong enough to understand that it's not about just scoring the ball.
Was the most rewarding thing that you saw from the group when you guys were down, specifically when you're down 6 and you push back? It's got to go to overtime, but then you play some of your best basketball there.
Coach has said it all year. We're deserving to win, and we just didn't win. And I feel like that was the moment where we was deserving to win. And we got the W, and now we punched our ticket.
You guys needed a lot of contributions, but the stuff that happened all night with H or what happened in overtime with Davion, what does that speak to most about those guys and their roles and knowing what to do?
They're being stars in their role, and that's what we need them to do. Obviously, you see the Davion offense. He's making shots in the H offense. But the little things that they do throughout the game, that's what really gets us going. That's what really gets the group together and getting in a rhythm.
What's the best way to describe how you've wanted to and have impacted these last couple games while Tyler's getting off and maybe somebody else will be an X factor? You're doing all that stuff in between that keeps this whole thing together and has turned into 2 critical and historical wins.
It's my job. I'm a two-way player. It's not about scoring. We know what Tyler's here for. Put the ball in the basket, but For me, it's both sides of the court every night. It might not be 30. It might be 18, 19 with 11 boards, whatever I had today. And that's impacting winning regardless.
When you look at where you are right now and going to the playoffs, do you sort of put everything else, 10th place, the record and all that aside, and sort of like a whole new season approach, or do you sort of feel this validates considering all the team has been through?
I wouldn't say validation. I mean, the validation is we punched our ticket to the playoffs. And everybody knows when you get to this point, anything can happen. We could just start shooting the ball great, and obviously run off. We've done it before. So for us, is understanding we got 4 to 7 more games, and we see what happens after that.
What's this quick turnaround like of now preparing for Cleveland and the challenge they present?
I mean, obviously, Cleveland's been number one in the East all year. Been having a historical season. So for us, is understanding what's at stake for them. And for us, it's figure out how to get one in Cleveland. And then worry about everything else later.
You got the win. Is it one of those things where you do celebrate tonight and then let's get back to business, or it's just no celebration, back to business?
I mean, you got to celebrate something like this. First 10th seed to make the playoffs, both games on the road, going to somebody else's house and getting a W, that's always got to be celebrated. And we did that. So, celebrate tonight, and then we're back at it tomorrow.
Davion, walk us through what was necessary mentally to start to impact the game in the second half after probably not going the way you wanted it to in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I would feel like I was forced into the first half, kind of trying to do too much, trying to make plays, not letting the game come to me. But I just reset my mind, kind of just get believing in my work that I put in, and kind of just went out there and play and let the game come to me.
How much of those defensive moments where you get really hype and intense and have what you want happen, then start to infuse your confidence on the other end?
Yeah, I mean, it helps. It changed the momentum for our whole team. It riles our team up. We play even harder. We even miss a shot. We get offensive rebounds because we're going harder just from change the momentum. Those are just the momentum plays that I try to make to help us win.
You often could be the picture of confidence, and obviously when you hit your threes, you were. Yet the one you missed, it seems like not only did you know you missed it right away, but the way you chased down the rebound to reset, sort of your thought process on your three-point shots in overtime.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that one was short. Kind of like the whole night, my shots been short. I knew that one was, so I kind of just chased it, tried to make a play, honestly. I did, and I think I ended up hitting. We ended up swing. I ended up hitting it again. So kind of just believing in the work that I put in. Even if I miss a shot, it's okay.
Davion, it seemed like you and Trey kept going back and forth, having fun. I know at one point he leaned in and said something to you.
Yeah.
I think it was the third or fourth quarter. Yeah. But can you talk about that matchup?
Yeah, I mean, it's a competitive matchup. I mean, all 3 games we played, I think I've done really well on them, but also our team done really well on them. We know he's the head of the snake. Everyone helped me out. We helped each other out. I mean, it's hard to just cover him one-on-one. I mean, especially how fast and how crafty he is, and he can get to the paint and draw fouls like that. But I think we did a really good job as a collective team.
What's it like to be cast in these moments and to have a coach and a staff who have the confidence to cast you in these moments?
Makes the games a lot easier. Makes my job a lot easier. If your coach got confidence in it, you can go out there and play your game. I mean, we all know how to play basketball, so if you play with confidence, then it's kind of hard to be stopped, honestly. We work too hard. We just play within the game, and we're going to make good plays.
How good of a fit has it been since the trade with the Heat?
I'm real comfortable. I mean, I think there's still room to improvement. We still learning more from each other. We got to get more chemistry, learn one another. I mean, I feel like today was a big step, honestly, because we were down and we fought back. Usually during the regular season, when we get down like that, we kind of let the rope go and they just go on the run and the game's over. But we kind of fought back and believed in ourselves, and we got the done.
How good is it that you get to keep this rhythm, even though you're going to keep it on the road, to go Chicago, day off, Atlanta, day off, Cleveland?
Try to be road killers, man. We've been on the road for a minute. That's okay with us, honestly. We got to do what it takes to win. We're going to play hard every game, but we got a tough task on our hand. We'll be ready for it.
H, you made so many plays that were so impactful, both ends of the floor. But can you please walk us through how in the hell you got that ricochet with Niang hanging on you on the left side? You catch the rebound and get it back in.
I really don't know either. The ball was in the air, came right to my hand, just put it in the rim. It's a crazy play.
Does it feel like that you're impacting the game in every single facet as it's happening?
Yeah, for sure. Rebounding, defense, making the little plays, boxing out, being in the strengths, like just stuff like that adds to winning. So just doing stuff like that, I think, can definitely just help this team and just keep us going.
Yeah. What's the thing that you take most away from this hardest path to get into the postseason?
We did it the hard way. We fought through a lot of different things this season, prepared us for these type moments. We were the first 10 seed to make to the playoffs, 2 road victories. So we're battle tested. We can go anywhere and be anybody, and we stay together. We'll keep fighting back, and we're just a team that's got a lot of grit.
When you look at what's next, I mean, the Cavs have probably played, well, they have played as well as anyone in the East, but you guys have stepped up to challenges routinely. Chicago, obviously, tonight. Just your thoughts on, okay, let's take on number 1 now.
Yeah, the Cavs are obviously a unique team, the number 1 team in the East for a reason. So we got to just lock into the game plan and the details and go from there. I think this group, we fought to get into the playoffs. So now that we're here, we're not just ready to just go out soft or anything like that. So we're going to fight and figure out ways to make this series interesting and get on our terms.
Coach talked about how close you are as a team. Can you talk about how that helped tonight?
Nah, I mean we're definitely a group that hangs out off the court. On the court we're obviously close as well. Everybody has good relationships with each other, and I think that type of bond off the court kind of helps us on the court when things get rocky and shaky, like you saw when they came back and it was up 6. We all say, okay, stay together. We'll get back in there. But yeah, I mean we're definitely close off the court, and it helps us on the court a lot. Yeah.